So hey guys, it's been a minute since I've done another anxiety chronicle, and I think one of the reasons is these are the hardest videos to do out of all the other videos I do. This one I sometimes got to get real deep into what's been going on in the week, and sometimes it's hard. So I think I put these off more than any other video I do. But I try to force myself to do it because it's therapeutic. It's good for other people to see that, you know, everybody struggles with these things. And it's good for me to keep myself accountable and to take inventory of the progress that I've made as well as the stuff that's still lingering on. Let's see, I think it's been a month or two since the last video. I had a rough couple of weeks. There's definitely, this one was a big game changer for me because there was some things that happened to me that I've had kind of had my eyes opened and decided that I don't want to deal with a lot of the shit that I have been torturing myself with. And I'm going to say torture myself with because I'm not a victim and I don't ever want to be. So that means I'm going to have to take accountability for some of the shit that's been going on. My health anxiety has always been the big issue, and I've talked about that with you guys. So I wound up getting sick. I got some kind of infection or something, and I wound up going to the doctor, and she gave me a round of antibiotics. And within like 3 days, 2-3 days of taking the antibiotics, all of a sudden my stomach started to feel so much better. And the pains that I was having in my legs, the pains that I was having in my chest, like things just started to feel like they were improving. Through the first round of antibiotics, I was starting to think, well, maybe there is something there and I just don't know. And they couldn't find it, even though they've done a multitude of blood tests. So when I went back to the doctor, I still had not, after the 2 weeks antibiotic treatment, I had not gotten rid of the infection completely. So she goes, you know what, I'm going to give you another round with something a little stronger. And I was hesitant because I've had so many stomach problems. I didn't want to keep taking antibiotics because I know that it kills all bacteria, the good and the bad, and I was trying to hold on to the good stuff. But I thought, you know what, I'm just going to start from scratch. After I do this round, then I'll just take some probiotics and I'll work through it and I'll be fine. And so I started to take the second round. Second round was a little stronger antibiotics. And now I've been on antibiotics for maybe 3.5 weeks. I'm feeling much better. And I think it's psychological and emotional as well. I've gotten to this point where I'm thinking, you know, I've been suffering so long. And I'm just trying to push forward through that. And I think that's what's happening. I think I'm breaking through that wall and I'm starting to get to that other side because I'm starting to feel a lot more confident about the decisions that I'm making. Like I said, I had some ups and downs and some dealing with some people. But I also met somebody really amazing. And I think that person is going to be super helpful as far as being supportive on my support team. I have talked that I have a support team, and I believe everybody should have some kind of support team because you can be around a lot of people and still feel really lonely. And so it's important, whether it's a support group or whether it's your friends, whether it's your people that make you feel good. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I've continued to work a lot and focus more on video and film, the screenwriting that I'm doing, because I think work is important. You have to channel all of those feelings somewhere. And I think for me, that's where it all needs to go. I don't need to say it. I don't need to, explain myself to people that don't hear me or ignore me or dismiss me. So what I want to do is I just want to start putting it there and letting the art speak for itself. It's bad for your heart, it's good for your art. I believe that, so that's what I'm gonna do. I just want you guys to stay positive. This has been a really long journey for me. We're going on about 7 years now that I've been dealing with my health anxiety. I have changed my diet as well. The rain was really bad here in LA for a little while, so I stopped walking, which I really shouldn't have, but I stopped. And I'm going to start up again because walking is really great for me. So I'm gonna keep doing that too. As far as like the antidepressants are concerned, because the doctors still always, that's the first thing they want to shoot to you is the antidepressants. I'm not opposed to it in any, really like I was really opposed to it before. I'm not really opposed to it anymore. And I think that is because I have so many of my friends that since I started doing these vlogs and talking about my story that have come to me and said, I've been taking this or I've been doing this. And I've had friends who have told me if they hadn't taken the antidepressants that they wouldn't be here. And so I take that into account. I'm not ready at this point to do that, but I am not thinking about it. If it gets to that point, it gets to that point. I used to always tell myself, I don't want it to change me. I like who I am, But the truth is that I saw this quote on Instagram, of course on Instagram, and it said, you know, if you want a new life, you got to pay with your old one. And I'm ready to do that. I'm ready to pay by giving up this one to get a new one. And that means starting to deal with some of the shit that I've been putting under the carpet for a long time. All right, guys. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you are focused on something that helps you get through your situations, get through your tough times. Support groups, like always, please go out and find them. Leave me comments. Let me know what you're struggling with or if any of this resonates with you. I know a lot of people are going through this, so I know it's not just me. All right, guys. So take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.